Hi, good morning. It's Monday, August the 4th, 2025 AD. I decided to do a 10-minute one because 1 minute one's not good enough. Smoking, I have to decide what to do. I'm smoking my last cigar before Christopher gets up because if he sees the cigar, he's going to want to demand to take it and roll it up into small cigarettes. Anyway, I can't share. I have $1.25 left in my pocket. I got my Social Security on last Wednesday. I blew it all on drugs. Basically, I spent it all. I spent it all on meth. Is the shorthand of it. I sent some to my stupid girlfriend, Natalie. I sent her $70 or something like that. I had promised myself and many other people not to give her any more money because my dad calls her the bitch because she just shows up when I get paid. But if I call his lady the bitch, he doesn't want to hear it. But the sexual, not sexual, but physical and emotional abuse from my stepmother is why I have all these mental illnesses. I primarily have type 2 bipolar disorder. My dad took me to Rosenstock when I was 17 in 92 because I was smoking marijuana. And he diagnosed type 2 bipolar disorder and put me on lithium. I still take lithium. That reminds me, I gotta go take my antidepressant Lexapro, and that's the reason I quit rehab. I called suicide. I made a suicide call because the cops wouldn't come to deal with my problem, and when they found out that there was a suicide call, they put me in a squad car and took me to a holding facility, and then I was at the Harris County Psychiatric Center. I was held there for 11 days. I did not want to be there for 11 days, but they have to hold you if you say suicide. I did not know that, and I had a nice psychiatrist there, but she wouldn't put Lexapro on my prescription, even though my psychiatrist had prescribed it 2 months earlier. So I was pissed off about that. And then I talked to the owner of this group home, Dexter, and he wants me to go to rehab. He insists that I go to rehab. So I choose positive recovery. I like the area it was in. I like that it was co-ed. I like that it had smoke breaks, and I like that I could choose 2 weeks or 4 weeks because I don't want to be locked up anywhere for too long. Not in state jail, not in prison, not in rehab. And then when I find out that I have to be there for 4 weeks, I get pissed off, and I tell the head of it to go fuck off, or whatever, and I just leave. I was really happy when I left. But then I told my dad I wish I had stayed longer, and I told Dexter I wish I had stayed longer. But my dad thinks that this is the only option for me. But anyway, I brought some meth back home, and I shared it with Christopher, my roommate. He goes really crazy on meth. He's a hebephrenic schizophrenic, talks to himself day and night, and then on the meth he's like that times 10. So he was yelling really loud, and the house manager, Paul, finds out, calls Dexter, the owner. Dexter calls me and tells me to get the fuck out. And so I pack my bags and I go to Jennifer's house. This is my only option, my only friend that I have that I can stay with. Today's what? Today's Monday, so it's like the Friday and Saturday I stayed with her. I mowed her lawn on Saturday. In other words, like I often don't do what I promise I'm going to do. I promise things that I can't deliver on, and that's what makes her mad. But I talked to her for an hour last night, and she was wishing that I was supposed to live with her in her nice Bel Air house, $300,000 house, for $750 plus half the utilities, but we fought too much, and so it didn't work out. I'll talk to you later, Vaughn.